I don't want to build something that you heard about. I don't want to build something that you listened to, something that was popular in the clubs. I want to build an army. I want to build a fucking frat. I want to build a cult. I want to build something that like, yo, these kids feel like they can believe in it, because that's what, like for me, I'm like, yo, I'm, like I had a conversation with the label where I'm like, I think y'all think that I'm one of the hood niggas because I'm from the hood. Like, right. I'm a weird fucking kid. And I want to be the mascot for the weird kids. When I win, I want the weird niggas to be like, damn, we got one.
Oh my God, is that the Faces of the Future? Welcome to episode 123 of the Faces of the Future podcast. It's your boy Myles.
It's your boy Myles. What's good?
We are here today, man. We got a special guest for y'all. None other than the one and only Armani White. How you doing today, man?
I'm chilling, bro. Yes, I appreciate you for bringing this fruit to the studio for me to, enjoy myself while I'm recording and all.
You know what I'm saying? You got to keep the guests healthy, man. You got to keep the guests healthy. A lot of people nowadays don't be eating their fruits and vegetables. They, you know what I'm saying? They going days without water.
Video, some dude talking about he drank like a gallon of water for like the first time in like 5 years.
He's tripping.
Yeah, he said 5 years. He said he drinks all soda.
He should die. Well, not like I ain't wishing that. I'm saying he should be dead.
He said he should die. He started drinking the water. He started throwing it up. I'm like, yo, what? Like, I never seen that before.
You said he started throwing up water?
Yes.
How was that possible?
The video was on the internet. Like, he started drinking the water. He started throwing up. Like, his body rejected it.
Nah.
Just from not drinking water?
Yes, for like 5 years though. Like,
how long can like a human go without drinking water? Like, is it?
I mean, you could go forever.
I mean, apparently 5 years.
5 years.
It's liquid, so like you probably gonna be Gucci.
Like his liquids and like his piss probably acid, bro. Like that's disgusting, bro.
Yeah,
crazy, John.
That's a crazy joint. But let's start the pod off like this, bro. We always start the pod off like where we first met the guests when we bring them on. So I'm gonna take you back to, I think it was like 2018, 2019. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm coming back from Colorado. Just graduated college.
Okay.
You know Julian, yes, appreciate it. You know Julian, the guy who set this up. You know what I'm saying?
Julian.
Shout out Julian. He's like, yo, my boy, my roommate, Armani, he's popping. He's been telling me about you for a while now. I'm in school. He says, go check out the show. You had a Christmas show. And home for the holidays. Wow. And the crazy thing about it is that's the first time me and Moose both saw you live, all because of Jules. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. They call you Jules?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's a wild nickname. They ain't gonna lie.
Jules.
Wait, but that's the first time. That's
the first time. This first time we saw you and we saw Frankie Hill for the first time as well.
Shout out Frankie. That's my young boy.
Shout out Frankie Hill. So I want to know, where were you at that time in your life and your career? At that moment in time, we had the Home for the Holidays joint.
Before I get in there, shout out Najee. That's my man. Nigga, he just put me onto it. When y'all graduated high school, we was just chilling, like, young boys just chilling in the hotel and shit. We like bored. It's like midnight. We like, yo, what the fuck we gonna do? We ain't got no bitches. So so we just start prank calling niggas, and we prank called your phone. Bro, I don't remember who. Yeah, bro.
You prank on his phone?
We prank on this nigga phone. Listen. I prank called. I say, yeah, pussy, y'all. Nigga, like, I'm on your ass, nigga. I heard you was talking crazy. I don't remember who you thought it was, but whoever you said if it's you, once next time I catch you, I swear to God, I already know where you at. Like, don't even worry about it. You bang the phone. I said, bro. I said, yo, we just got somebody ass whooped, bro.
Yo, I'm dead.
That shit was funny as hell.
You got to run up on him, Moose?
Oh yeah, no, I was on motion back in high school, bro.
Yeah.
I was on motion.
That's funny. That sounds some shit like Najee would do it.
And you know what's crazy? I remember that too, because I'm like, yo, who called me? I'm like, yo, like some bull called me. I'm like, yo, who was that? Like, I'm not about to punk out, because I'm like, yo, nah, nobody about to come disrespect me on my phone that you're not paying him for.
He tested your emotion over the phone.
Like,
nah. He said, you ain't about to do nothing.
I was talking crazy on it. I called you talking crazy.
I remember that now. I'm like, yo,
that's crazy. That's funny. That's funny as hell.
But,
that's hilarious, yo.
That's some funny ass shit. Nah, Home for the Holidays, bro. That was honestly, I want to say we had just moved back to Philly when we did Home for the Holidays, and damn, I'm over here reminiscing. I came out in Santa suit and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, you was out there. Huh?
Damn, that was
had the Christmas bag. You was out there throwing the gummies in or whatever it was.
The fruit snacks, throwing the fruit snacks in the crowd and all that. Yeah. Not Home for the Holidays. That was it. That was like the first time I did a Philly show. We packed it out and all that. Like we did a run, because I had put 2 songs out, and my agent Justin was just like, yo, I think you should go on tour. We got these dates set up for you. I said, my nigga, hold on, time out. Because I'm like, bro, I ain't never sell a ticket in my life. You want me to like sell like, I said, you tripping? Like, I'm calling my manager, time cursing this nigga. I'm like, bro, they trying to disrespect me, bro. These niggas want to embarrass me. Like, I'm just starting to get my little shine. Like, but nah, we did good with them joints. That was a real good moment. That was and that was like that was the start of me like just getting back in my rhythm and all that. Like. Yeah, damn.
You said you had came back to Philly. Like, where were you before? Did you move away?
So, my pop passed in 2016.
I'm sorry to hear that.
My pop passed in 2016, and then I left. I left Philly from like middle of 2016 to like I came back for a little bit in 2017, but for the most part, I was just kind of back and forth in and out. Like I don't know, like the city, it just was too much trauma attached to it for me. So like I dipped out, but I came back around like 2018. I started getting some motion going, and my homie had a homie at the time. He threw me on tour with him, so I did that. Got some motion going, boom, 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 and then like towards the end of 2018, that's when I came back.
I got you. With that being said, too, like you said, there's a lot of trauma going on in the city. Like, did that affect like you getting to that point? Let's go back to like your upbringing in Philly. And you just like navigating that space, because like when we look at your music and things of that nature, it's like your music's like more like positive vibes. Like you got the energy.
I don't make no damn positive.
Nah, I'm saying
I'm tired of y'all niggas.
I'm saying though in terms of like,
it ain't even y'all. It's just like, bro, everybody be like, yo, man, you make positive, happy music. I'm like, no, the fuck I don't. I can talk about robbing niggas, jumping niggas, all sorts of like.
I'm saying in the sense, I'm saying in the sense of like the music that you, I guess people like find you about. Yeah, I know what you mess. I know you messing with me, but I'm saying like in sense of like the music that people kind of like know you for. They're like
Glock Tuck. That's positive.
Glock Tuck is not positive, but you know what I mean though.
What like, they know before? No, I'll fuck with you. Don't fuck with you. I mean, it's really like it was like I just wanted to find another way to say what everybody else was like. I mean, it was like I felt like my story was so unique, but in the same way, it was so similar to so many other people who like, just came up in the hood. It came up like, just like live the story of like a black kid in America.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So like, but I was like, I don't want to tell it like Meek did. I don't want to tell it like Dirk did. I don't want to tell it like every, like every other artist is telling it. Not to say they even sound alike, but like everybody's carved their own lane out for themselves. Right. I want to carve my own lane out for myself. Right. You see what I'm saying? So like it isn't necessarily about being positive. It's just like whatever I was feeling like that, in that moment. Because like right before we did Billie Eilish, we did the Things We Lost in the Fire EP, which obviously wasn't as big, but it was all like pain music, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like music about the house fire I had in 2020, the house fire I had in 2006. Like it was just pain music. So it's not so much to say that like, yo, everything I do is just about positivity and uplifting. It's like I'm just telling my story, or I'm just like, it's what am I feeling personally? You know what I'm saying? Right. How am I feeling personally? And that's what's going to reflect in the music. So like after the Things You Lost in the Fire, I was just like, bro, I just want to put energy back into my music. I was in too much of a dark spot, and I just made a record like Billie Eilish. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Do you think that people think that you have positive music based on kind of like how you approach your music? Because like you said, when you look at like Meek, like when you look at a song like Trauma, like you kind of feel the energy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you look at certain songs, like you kind of feel the energy and what they coming about. Yeah. But it's like when you some of your songs are very upbeat. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things where I like to say like there's a lot of mumble rappers who sing ballads about killing people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's like do you think that it's probably just about the approach of how you choose the music before you choose your lyrics?
Yeah, but again, like if we talking about like overall catalog, or if we talking about like what's happened in the past, like 5-6 months, it's a big difference. Like if we talking about like past 5-6 months, like we've had a Billie Eilish, we've had a Goated, we had a Silvertooth, like Billie and Silvertooth, which kind of sound similar, but Goated is completely in a whole nother world. But I mean, everything as far as a whole entire catalog, it's been like, yo, there's songs that are really just like this, there's a record Grateful I got where it's like, yo, you can just feel the pain in that record. There's a record there's a record called Fortnite I got. It was like about me breaking up with this girl, but like it was just like I'm just crooning on that shit. I made that shit in a hotel room, like you know what I'm saying? But like you can just feel pain on these records. But like you gotta understand like the scale of these records I'm talking about to multi-platinum in multiple country Billie Eilish is like right here to right here. So it's not really like, so it's like okay, now we need more mountains on Mount Rushmore that show different colors and different flavors of what I can do. That's all it really is. But like Yeah, bro. Like it's really, it ain't even, like I said, it's not just what y'all was saying. It's just like, I'm just in the world of like freedom. Like I'm just free to make whatever the fuck I want to make. Like there's another artist that's like so far in their pocket that they can't switch it up and do some different shit. I'm just like, yo, I just did this shit like on a whim, nigga. I went in the studio, have fun, and you know, and I can go in the studio and make something else completely different. Go in the studio and make something else completely different. But like that's just it's more so like, I don't know. It's more so like it's not like I'm trying to stick in one specific sound or one specific flavor. Like I'm just doing shit, you know, just having fun with it and telling my story.
Yeah, I was watching one of your interviews the other day, and you were talking about, you just touched on like the traumatic experiences that you experienced and things of that nature, and like you like talking about going to therapy.
Yeah.
Like, I want to talk about that a little bit. Like, how did that like help you navigate in your artistry? Like when you were making, you were going through what you were going through and staying on track, making the music like to you are now. Like, how did that help you navigate this space, clear your head, or just help you like get to where you are?
That shit suck, nigga. I'm playing. Nah, the main thing, like what I say is like, I did a smaller version of therapy. What I really did was grief counseling. But I did grief counseling so early that I felt like it was one of those things where it's like, grief counseling really, I feel like it just almost planted like small seeds in my head that was like, yo, you're not going to get this now, but one day this shit is going to click. And when it clicks, it's like going to really click. So, you know, at the time, like I went to grief counseling because the house fire, I lost my aunt and my 3 cousins in there. And then right after that, my homie Quad, he got killed just playing football, and then you know, a couple other dudes, like my sister's boyfriend got shot. Like it was so many things that was happening in like a small window of time. Like my uncle, it was so many like so many losses that I was so conditioned to it. Like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you know, we just gotta keep going. We just gotta keep going. Like, oh, this happened, that happened. Like, you know, my man, he just did this, or we just heard that such and such did that. Like, then this happened to us. Like, so it was so many things that we just got conditioned to that we just learned to just keep moving. And when I was going through grief counseling, I'm like, man, what the fuck are these niggas talking about, bro? Like, I'm just trying to go back outside, bro. Like, all right, I'm just doing this, and my mom want me to. But when it made sense, I think like, you know, it might not have happened until like I lost my pop in 2016, but when it made sense, it made sense. It was like, oh, yeah, I don't want to do none of that shit no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I want to switch the path up completely. Oh, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like the shit that like that excited me, the shit that like the environments, the crowds I was hanging with, all that shit, like I'm good. You know what I mean? And then when it clicked, it really like clicks. I think like that's why I became like so. Even with the music, I became so protective over the energy that was just like, yo, I want to create, I want to build, and I want to make what I want to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to make nothing that people feel like is their version of me or somebody's iteration of me or somebody's definition of me. I want to create my definition, my version of my iteration of myself and stand in that and be proud of that, because like 4 or 5 years down the line, if I don't do that shit, then I can't be mad at nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was doing, like for the past year, I was doing a run of just like interviews. And I don't know how to halfway be me. Like I'm going to draw or, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to draw I'm going just like answer your question. Like it just straightforward answer your question and be like, yeah, okay, you know, like Billie Eilish, man, was a really good. Like, you know, we walked in the studio, we just had that feeling that day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm feeling that day. We just had that feeling. Or I'm going like really be myself. So I didn't, you know, I don't have no medium. So for the most part, the past year was just me answering questions, because I'm like, man, I'm a cruel humor. Like I never know when I'm gonna say the one thing that somebody gonna be like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so for the most part, I was just like, I'm gonna just answer y'all questions and not say shit because I don't know. So, but now I'm at a point where I'm like, yo, if I just keep going through life like that and I don't really show like who I actually am, I can't be mad at nobody but me. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, so I gotta let's make this light. So has there been a time where you've dealt with anybody, guy, girl, where they told you that you had to go to the lady?
Yo, bro, my ex, fuck her, but my ex said that shit before. Who the fuck is the lady?
The therapist.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the lady is always the therapist. Like, you need to go see the lady.
The lady is the therapist.
Yeah, because you don't have male therapists. So it's like naturally it's always the lady.
That makes sense.
So she really said the lady.
Yeah, I mean, she go to the lady. She said, yeah, because she was saying that shit like, yeah, she brought it up in a conversation. She didn't tell me to go to the lady, but she was like, yeah, you never heard somebody say it. I'm like, nah, who the fuck is the lady? Like, but she go to the lady, though. So, like, that's crazy.
You know, I have this thing because I'm
her and a lady. No, go ahead.
No, because I got this thing on therapy now. Like I'm gonna probably start back up like the next couple of weeks. But it's like I have this thing now where it's like I feel like people nowadays, because of what the mental health space is now, I feel like people go to the therapist to kind of like over enforce the type of person that they want to be. Because it's like nowadays, because it's in your face, like if you an asshole, like you're gonna go to therapy and learn how to justify you being an asshole. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like if you go in there and it's like, oh yeah, like somebody says this, but this is how I feel. Like you paying somebody and they just dare to tell you what you need to tell them. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's a fact.
So like I don't know what your thoughts on that.
Nah,
like,
I mean, see, my whole thing is like I'm very, very, very comfortable in like I know exactly who I am.
Facts.
And like even when I'm fucking up, I know that I'm fucking up. Like I'm consciously aware that I'm fucking up. Like if I came here to destroy some shit, I'm like, yo, I'm drawn.
Facts.
Yeah, it's not something I need to talk through. It's not something I need to like fucking expound on or deep dive as to where the root of this is coming from. It's like, nah, I know all of it. Like, and I still want to do that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's where like it's toxic, but I think toxic on fire. I ain't gonna lie.
But I don't even think that's toxic though, because you honest.
Yeah, I don't think that's toxic either.
Well, it's like it's their definition of toxic. What I'm saying is like because toxic at this point is just like anything that isn't like, you know, all the way straight, narrow, positive, or like if it doesn't hold everyone to a high standard, which is like you literally can't do that. Right. There's literally no way you can succeed in life by like holding everyone up to the same level as yourself. Like it just doesn't make sense. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm cool with destroying a couple things around me.
I'm cool with destroying.
I'm cool with it. Shit,
nah, same. People used to tell me that all the time. Like sometimes you gotta burn bridges. You just gotta live like that, bro.
Never burned a bridge that wasn't too big to walk across.
You say you're sure yourself 100%. Like, have you always been that way? Like,
yeah, like bro, because I was having this conversation like it was like a year ago now, but like I used to think like I thought bitches was gay when they ain't like me when I was in middle school. Cause like I was fat. I was fat. I used to like Queen Latifah and shit. Like I was fat, I had to breathe.
He said, I'm fat, you fat too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying like, there's no way y'all don't like me. Do y'all not see me? What the fuck you talking about? Like, but yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I was always like, nah, I'm him. Like I'm definitely him. But
I've been like that too.
Yeah,
I've thought that I've been like the most handsome guy in the world. Like since even before I had the beard. Even before I had the beard, I was like, yo, like I'm still fine as hell.
Right.
You ever seen him without it? You never seen him without the. Oh my
I ain't know. I ain't. Yeah.
He was calling the bull with the skin face, no beard. Like,
oh yeah, that was the nigga that was on the phone talking crazy. No beard.
I had the little hockey pucks in high school. Jones looked crazy. Pucks? Yeah, the little hockey puck.
That
was crazy. Yeah, it looked like I was like Black Dynamite.
When your beard going? Like last year?
Recently.
Great. What? Nah, I had this joint for like 2 years.
Yeah, my beard grew in like fucking 10th grade.
10th grade?
Yeah,
Bulls
like
walker.
Yeah. Like I'm from Philly, bro. This shit
Can't have his joint in 10th grade too.
Right. Facts.
That's wild.
Right. You start getting the patchy joint by like 8th grade, by like 9th, 10th, 11th, that shit just start filling out. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Facts.
Now let's segue into let's segue into you go to Rutgers, bro, man. You said you went to college. Yeah, you went to college. Yeah. You went to college for a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Tell us about that experience and how it was, man, because you was there for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We got Julian in here, so any story you want to tell is fair game, man.
Yeah, bro. Julian was out here simping for those, bro. That's how Rutgers went.
That wasn't you.
So did you go to Rutgers, Camden, or Newark?
Neither, bro. We went to some shit in the trenches. We went to oh wait, it was Newark.
They say even know where he's at.
Yeah. It was
Newark. In the forbidden land.
Nigga, that shit was it was this one like so the problem was we wasn't with the freshmen. We was in some building called what's it called? U Square. We was in U Square because they ain't had no room for they ain't had no room for us
freshman
year. Yeah, they ain't no room for us in the freshman dorm, bro. But like we would, we make our move over there so once in a while, but like we wasn't really like in the in the mix, and we catch them at parties, bro. It was this one room. I ended up fucking with this one. What was the little African John name? No.
Names. You names to the pod.
They dropped the IP. We got to bleep that joint out.
Whatever the chick name was, I was fucking with her. It was the other chick named little It began with an N. I don't remember. Yeah. And then she had one friend. We called her the Weekend because she had the hair. Like she had the.
Y'all called her the Weekend.
She had the trilogy hair. Like it was like the shit was out, bro. And they had a Halloween party. You know, all the bad bitches dress up for the Halloween party. So one of them came like a nurse. The other one came as a cop. It was like all of them just had these little sexy outfits on.
Right.
But the Weekend came as a whoopee cushion. I'm talking about.
Whoopee cushion?
I'm talking about. Julian had to carry me out this fucking party, bro. I was laughing so hard. This bitch gave us a whoopee cushion and she was bad, bro.
Julian walked in and got the little trick from her.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
Made him make the noise. Made him make the noise.
That dude was farting when he was dancing. Give me a wally. Give me a wally. I'm done.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Ruckus was. Ruckus was a movie because we got caught up in what was it? Sandy. We got caught up in Hurricane Sandy during that shit.
Was during the time.
So our little dorm became like just like a little refugee hut. Like it was just.
Oh, it was wild.
Yeah, we was Wycliffe out there. That shit was bad, bro. Like, we was going because it wasn't no electricity in there. We had to go down in the morning and get cereal and shit like that. But yeah, we was in the trenches.
He was walking around with the cell phone lights.
Yeah, no, that was a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, we was in the trenches, and then like I'm trying, yeah, bro. I still remember that shit because niggas was waiting out. It's like a fucking line 2 blocks down for niggas to get gas out of it. They was pouring gas in water bottles and shit. Not even tanks, like water bottles. Yeah. No, we was in the trenches.
Nah, that's definitely madness. Nah, what'd you go to school for? Like, what was that made? Like,
shit, I don't know. Bro, I'm gonna keep it a bean. My mom signed me up for that shit. So like, my plan was, I was like, yo, I'm gonna just sign up to a bunch of schools that I know not gonna accept me, and they never nobody gonna accept me, and I'm gonna just go do my music shit. And shit gonna work out. She hit me, she come in my room one day like, yeah, you want to go to Rutgers? I said, yeah, I really wanted to go to Rutgers. I know they didn't accept me, did they? She said, no, you in. I said,
he said, oh, shit.
I said, shit.
He said, I thought I finessed the system.
Right. So then she took me down. I did my little testing or whatever. But like, after that, I didn't do no paperwork. I ain't fill no paperwork. I just kept on delaying the process. All the little essays and all that shit, delayed the process. Nigga, I want to say, what was it? Made in America. Made in America came. We go to Made in America. I stayed the night in my homie crib. My mom come pick me up in the morning. Now her whole van is packed with my bedroom. Oh. Like from the 3rd row back to the trunk, it's just all my bed. I'm like, what the fuck is that? She like, yeah, we out.
She put that African parent on.
Yeah. Nigga.
She give you no option.
Drove me up to New Jersey, dropped me off, but that shit was over. Yeah. And I think I was in school for business. But like that shit lasted for a year. And then we all got to fuck. You left, I left. Yeah, that shit was over.
That university was that bad?
Bro, that shit was ass.
Yeah,
bro.
Rutgers, Newark is not.
Yeah,
It's
not what it's cracked up.
No, New Brunswick's a different story, but
it's just a whole different story.
Ain't no bitches. It wasn't nothing up there, bro. I'm gonna keep it being like it was.
I wasn't going across the bridge like New York. Y'all right there.
I did like towards the end of it, like towards the very end of it, but not even on some like look of like finding a move. I
said 3-day parties, bro.
He was different.
I don't think I ever paid party for 3 days straight. I think 24 was the longest I went.
I'm not.
Where was you at on 24?
College, bro. I was in Colorado out there, like.
Oh yeah, no, Colorado just like that though.
Yeah, they all EDM up there. They be
you was out there with the EDM boy, with your shirt off and all that.
That's him. You see him. He had the face paint, the body paint.
Hey, y'all from Jersey? Jersey be doing that shit too, right?
Not me, bro.
Nah, it's the wrong part of Jersey.
Colorado, that's like the EDM capital, bro. They be out there in Denver and stuff in the Red Rocks, going crazy.
Bro, I had a shorty out in Colorado. It was like I had a layover out there.
Yeah.
And there was a little chick out there. She was popping on the internet too, like early Twitter days. I'm like, I hit her like, yo, I'm out here. She like, all right, bet. I'm like, I got layover a couple hours. I'm coming. She gonna come pick me up from the airport. I'm gonna crush shit to go back. So I get there. She like, yo, just Uber because my daughter sleep. Didn't know you had a daughter. Cool. Whatever. I guess. I get there. Astroworld just dropped my effect. Astroworld just nigga. I'm on a fucking million, bro. You can't tell me shit. I'm in this bitch like a light.
Are you playing it too?
It's the early, like it's before like when it first dropped. They ain't put no features on there. Yeah. So I'm just finding out here the weekend. I don't want to wake up. I said, all right. So bro, I'm in the room with her. We shit about to go down, and I'm just like, oh, that shit stink.
She ain't have a fruit,
bro. It was bad, and she ain't eat no fruit. Probably don't drink no water in the last 5 years, bro. And I had to tell her, like,
I'm on dialysis.
I'm saying she started making up excuses. She's like, you know what it is? I think you got a girlfriend, and that's why you won't. That's why it's not working for you because I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't get strong, so I'm like, I couldn't get busky. So I'm like, I'm like, nah, it's not that. She's like, so what is? Are you nervous? Are you? I said, nah, it's not that. When I finally tell her. She go in the bathroom and just start crying. Matter of fact, she went in the closet, start crying.
Oh, you told her straight up?
Yeah, I was like, yo.
You ain't let her live?
I said, yeah. But bro,
live how?
no, this is the thing. I was going to let her live, but I thought about it. She was popping on Twitter. I was like, bro, if I don't let her live, she gonna fry me alive, bro. She gonna air me. Like soon as I dip, she gonna be like, this little nigga can't even get it in me. Can't even get strong in it. Yeah, so I'm like, I gotta let her know. But she start bawling her eyes out. So what I do, I go in the hallway, sit on the couch. Like a light, nigga. Astroworld was going crazy, bro. Astroworld was going. It's the #1 album. I was like, wait, what you want me to do? Like
500,000 first week.
Right. It started getting late. Nigga, I done ran the album back 2 times now, so I had to go back in her room. She's still crying. Crept up alongside the bed. I was like, yo, you still gonna drive me back to the airport? She said, nigga, you get the fuck out my face.
I thought you was about to say, I get a little mop before I go. So you say you gonna drive me back to the airport.
I had to get back. I
forgot you was on a layover. You on a layover.
I got shit to do, man. I got shit to do. If not, it's cool, man. Astroworld bumping. Ice on my neck. Fellas,
that's a story. That's funny, bro.
That's hilarious. Nah, man. Turn it up as a time, bro.
Nah, Denver and Colorado in general. I be telling the guys they gotta pop out there. It's a city they gotta touch out to for sure.
Wait, y'all touch Caribbean Day?
Caribbean Day, what's that?
When y'all was at Rutgers?
Did we have a Caribbean Day?
Y'all never went to Caribbean Day at Rutgers?
I ain't touched nothing at Rutgers.
That's crazy.
Is the Caribbean Day there?
There was.
Yeah,
there was back when Rutgers was popping.
We had shootouts.
That's
what you remember that? Yeah.
Nah, I brought
shootouts on the campus?
Niggas got shot at the IHOP like 3 times, bro. Yeah.
I would have been about it there. Pancake Day?
Niggas was dying on Pancake Day, bro.
It was bad, bro.
Yeah. We was in the trenches, bro.
Nah, they used to rob dudes up the street in New Brunswick too.
Yeah, nigga.
That main street.
Remember, there was a nigga that got robbed and they gave that nigga a pack of fruit snacks. Yeah, bro.
Hey,
yo, y'all was living in an alternate universe, bro.
We was in the hood.
Nah, Rutgers is not what they think it is, bro.
Yeah, nah, we was in the hood, bro. That shit wasn't it.
Nah, that's a
navigating all this stuff, man. How during that time in college, how'd you find time to like do your music stuff? Like you dodging bullets at Pancake's house, and you doing, you know what I'm saying? You doing all this stuff, man.
Bro. I didn't. That was the thing. Like after a while, it was just like. It was like that was the first time I didn't have like control over my life. I'm just like, damn, like I'm just waking up. Somebody told me I got homework. I'm like, I gotta read a book by tomorrow. Like it's like it was all that shit. At that point, I was like, yeah, I'm out. Like I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Rutgers, that shit worked in my favor. They well, it actually didn't work in my favor, but they put some. They called me down to the office and was like, yo, we forgot to add $11,000 onto your term bill. How you want to pay that? I said, bitch, how? What? You think I just got 11 racks? Just like
they said they forgot to.
We forgot, and then it was like, so at that point it's like, yo, if you don't pay it, then like, like then we gonna have to cancel your old credits, all that shit. And
sound like
yeah, and then it was like, and then they told me it's like, yo, and it's more than likely the same problem is gonna happen next year, so you should just like, I would recommend you finding somewhere that's a little more local for you. I told my mom, I said, yo, they kicked me out. I said, I'm home now, baby.
He's I'm home now. I'm home, honey, home.
Yo, are you screwed? Got you kicked out of school? That's crazy.
Yeah, the Are You Screwed, nigga. That's what they
Are You Screwed?
That's what they saying.
Are You Screwed?
That's that shit, nigga.
Are You Screwed is basically like everybody at Rutgers goes through like one thing. Normally it's financial aid. Normally it's something that just gets you caught up. Like your car get towed or you get too many parking tickets. Like if you park at a spot, like they give you like 3-4 parking tickets. Like just for no reason. Yeah, like it'll be like so you'll be driving, you'll park somewhere you're not supposed to park because parking like $300 a semester, right? So like one person will probably come give you a ticket. 2 hours later, somebody else will give you another ticket. So you'll end up having like $300-400 worth of parking tickets, and you'd never seen your car not once. You in class chilling, you taking notes. You come back, yo, like $400 just like that, and you can't do nothing. Can't pay for class. You can't get your classes. You can't do nothing unless you pay that.
I'm just flashing back to Rutgers. Bro. That was
some madness.
Hell yeah, we used to eat them nasty ass cookies from Subway every night. Yeah, Rutgers was ass. It was just a Subway downstairs and a Sbarro.
I know that drive. I know exactly what you're talking about. Right on that corner.
Yeah,
right on that corner.
We live right
you
up
made
top.
your rounds around Rutgers. You've been to every campus.
I have been at every campus. I used to be everywhere, bro.
That's the night crawler right there.
Right.
I used to be around. No, I used to be around.
They blink 3 times. You pop up in your mirror head ass.
Facts.
We definitely we had a little run at Rutgers, man. That shit was
The
cool.
Rutgers had the situations though, like the shorties. They had.
I don't know, bro.
Nah.
What? What you saw, bro?
I go to Rutgers Newark.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean Rutgers Newark. I mean, it depends. New Brunswick is a.
It was like three.
Listen.
It was like 3 nice ones on Rutgers Newark campus, and they all was older than us. And like, you know what I'm saying, we was looked at like young boys. Like I walked in when I was in college. I was like 17. So like when we walked in, we was pups in the junior senior building. So they ain't fucking with us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's a fact.
Yeah, that shit.
Unless you have emotion, unless you Greek or something like that. Bro.
Yeah, exactly. And I wasn't stepping.
So after Are You Screwed fucked you over, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Told you got that bill and shit. You back at your mom. You back telling your mom what's good. Like so what's going on then? Like were you just in a state of like, all right, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do? Like you what did you doing at that point in time?
Man, I got caught up in some dumb shit, but I ended up going back to college. I went back to I went to DSU at that point.
Okay.
I went to DSU and like, but at that point, like,
Yes, he's a good John.
yeah, but it was easy. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It's like class is easy as hell. So at that point, I had time to like do shit. I had time to work on music. I had time to whatever. So you know, like at that point, I started just like half and half and like doing a little bit of college work, doing a little bit of music shit, a little bit of college back and forth. And then we had a little record pop. This record called Stick Up. We had this record called Stick Up go, and that's when like, you know, at that point, college, I just kind of like started going less and less, just being at the studio. We out in Texas, not Texas, where the fuck was we at? We went out to Atlanta, came back to Atlanta. We got hit up to be on Big Crit Tour, and we did one show on Big Crit Tour. I'm talking about, they called us for the tour. We like, oh, bet. It's like, and you understand, we like 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
Man, his audience is like 35 and up.
Yeah.
So we run out there, hype as hell, jumping out in the crowd, all that shit. My DJ, he throw the water at the crowd, missed the whole crowd. Get it on all they sound equipment. Damn. Bro, them niggas said, pack it up. that was the quietest ride back to Philly from DC, bro.
He said we got one night only.
Yeah, bro. Niggas had a one-night tour. It was quiet, bro. I still remember that shit. We just sitting, I'm looking in the rearview mirror like,
I would have been sick too. The man threw the water on the equipment, man.
I think the only sentence that was said in that car that night, I was just like, bro, the whole crowd? Like, you missed the whole crowd? Like,
what do you have to say for himself? He was just
like,
nothing.
bro, like, that was it. That was all he had for me. That was all he had for me. Yeah.
Nah, that's some madness. But let's jump into your latest EP.
Yeah.
Legend Bound. So let's oh no, Legend Bound's the name of your group.
Yeah.
So let's actually talk about that.
Shit,
And go into EP. So what is Legend Bound specifically for people who don't know and who are not really familiar with your?
Yeah. Legend Bound, like, really, it just started off as like on some collective shit. Just like, it was just like this idea that we wanted to have something that lives on beyond us. I remember I skipped school to go see that movie. This is it. I think the Michael Jackson joint. Remember Michael Jackson, the last documentary joint. I skipped school to watch that, and I thought about the fact that I was like, yo, no one who is like alive right now at this very moment is going to know the impact of Michael Jackson after this nigga died. It's literally like, but the story of Michael Jackson is going to continue to live on beyond this moment. Right. And that's what I thought about with Legend Bound. It was like, as a legend, the story is like, I want to create a story that's told way beyond my 80, my 90, my 100 years on this earth. Like, I want people to be like, nah, that nigga did something. Like, that nigga, you know, that nigga made a statement. That nigga was, you know, like, he was a fucking statue in the ground, a skyscraper, and, you know, like, in the clouds. Like, so that's really what Legend Bound is, and it's just a group of collective of people that kind of have that like-minded, you know, thought and thinking and shit like that.
Okay, and I mean, so, because I saw, maybe I could be wrong if you could correct me. Yeah. It's like a label now, kind of, in a sense now. Yeah. So now, is that something that I guess my question for you would be like, how do you leverage that now? Because I know, like, how did you leverage that now in terms of having that get built from a sense of just starting of saying, I wanted to have this story versus now I want to tell this story through like a label. So I guess what I'm asking is like, how do you tell that story of what you want to tell through your label now, I guess?
I mean, it's still mine, so it's still like I still have the creative control to do whatever it is I want to do with that. Right now, it's just like, it's still just building out how I want to tell my story, and and building out the components. Like it starts. Like I think if you look at any of these like small label JV, idea situations, they start small and then it just starts to branch out and elevate. Like it's always just built around this idea that's like, yo, we want to tell a story. Like we want to tell, something and create something that's just compelling. Like not create something that's like current, but create something that's timeless. You know what I'm saying? So that's, like whether it's as a label, as a LLC, as a joint venture, as a fucking, loan out company, whatever. It's like it's still the purpose of it is still the same.
Okay.
Let's jump into your
Casablanca.
Let's talk about that, man.
Honestly, that whole project was like a lot of pieces of it was we had made it before a lot of this happened. But it was really just like I want to make the project that I want to make, and I didn't have the time to make it, so we had to piece some of the things together that we already had, and just like give something to deliver it. I was like, oh yeah, this is still like, I like it. It's cool. Like it sounds good, and let's put this out into the world. But it really like it serves the name, like it's Road to Casablanca. It's like this is the stuff that I had on the road to making the stuff that I actually want to make. So it's not to like discredit the project, but like, you know what I'm saying, the shit we making is the shit we making.
What you mean, like you didn't have, like you had too much going on at that time in terms of you couldn't sit down and like cohesively put it together? Like what do you mean by that?
Yeah, it's like bruh, no, I don't feel like I think until you in this world, nothing can really prepare you for it. Like it's like it's one of them things. Like like it's like you can go to college as much as you want to, but until you like in the work field, like none of that shit really it doesn't really make sense to you all the way. And so like there was a level of like in my head, I was like, yo, we working, we grinding, but like the level of like time you actually don't have once the shit is on, once the spotlight is on, once the shine is on, like it's go time. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like, I think we did, what was that? I was at the time when Billie Eilish dropped, I was getting evicted out of my crib. Yeah. And so
that's crazy.
Yeah, right. And so while that shit was going on, I was getting evicted. And I just remember dealing with that process. I came back and we packed all that shit up, moved it. I was living out of a storage unit for a second. And like my Airbnb was down the street from the storage unit, so I go to the storage unit every morning and get dressed and shit. And like I'm getting dressed in this hot ass hallway. This nigga Ross is with me. And I think we left for a radio promo run. In the midst of that promo run, I'm doing like other interviews for PR, press and shit like that on Zoom. And then soon as we got back, it was Rolling Loud. And then from Rolling Loud, we left. We flew out that night to go to, we had a college show. We flew out there from there to go to Toronto. From there, we flew down to Atlanta to do the BET Awards. And by the time like we watched that shit air, we literally watched that shit air. And then 2 days later, we was on tour. And then tour went until November. And then like I had a couple days off from November, and then we was in Europe where we did the EMAs out there, Europe promo up until like Thanksgiving. As soon as Thanksgiving happened, we got right back on for college shows. Like it was just like once it was on, shit was on. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's like in the process of all that, there was no like, for me, it wasn't like the way I sit down and craft shit is like I want to sit down and craft it, and craft it, make the shit sound cohesive, make the shit sound beautiful, make the shit sound like something I'm proud of. And I didn't have the time to do that. So I was like, okay, let me pull certain pieces together that makes it feel like it's still me and makes it still feel relative to me. And there was a couple new records that we made that we put on there. But for the most part, I was like, okay, I just need like, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure being at the label, like, performing the way we performed at the label. Like it was like, they needed something that kind of like tied it all together and like and put a knot on the button. So like I had to we kind of I won't even say rushed it, but we kind of had to just put something in the world, or like there was the demand for me to put something in the world. But for me, I was like, all right, bro, like here, you know what I'm saying? That's what that project felt like. It was like here, just please here, you know what I'm saying? Because I need my my time to make what I want to make the way I want to make it.
That's crazy though, because it's like when you actually hear the project, it sounds exactly what you're describing. It's not like it sounds cohesive. It sounds like it's mixed really well, all of that. Like, because I was gonna get into that next to like the features, because it was like, bro, you have Denzel Curry,
That's my dog.
You know what I'm saying? You have Denzel Curry on there.
Right.
You got Fergenstein.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got Friday on there.
Right.
Yeah.
And you got the legend Luda. You know what I'm saying?
These are homies. I mean, other than Luda, but like these are, you know what I'm saying? Like these just homies that like, you know, we like, and especially like, you know, just in the process of all this shit going on, it wasn't too much to be like it's not like, you know, like, oh, we got a label manufacturer, the you know, let's call Beyonce out, and if we can't, like, you know what I'm saying, it was like, nah, we tapped a couple homies, like, yo, this song sound dope, yo, you should get on this drink, like, it was, you know, it was something as free and flowing as that, but yeah, nah, like I think it's one of the things, bro, like, I'm gonna keep it a bean, it's like sometimes we go out on stage and we fuck up, like we fuck up for like 2 straight minutes, but like at the end of the show, the whole crowd is like, yo, I loved it. Like, your performance was so amazing. The engagement, that you was just locked in the whole time. And I'm like, damn, they ain't just hear me like fucking up. Like, we was fucking up.
Nah, facts.
But it's because I see it and I know how I want it to be. That, like, and it's like some artist shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see it, you know how you want it to be, you know what you want it to look like, and like sound like whatever. So, like, the fact that I didn't get to hit that mark was probably why I was in my head. Like, it's not what I wanted. Like, you know, it's good but not good enough type shit.
Yeah, I think that's like a gift and a curse for a lot of artists, because it's like there's always this perfectionist aspect where even if you feel like it's 110% ready to be put out to the world, you may not even feel like it's 100% perfect to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's really just interesting. And I wanted to go back to the features because you said they were all the homies. So like in terms of you, like I have this thing where it's like a lot of people kind of try to network up, but they kind of don't network wide.
Across,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of feel like now, like for you and where you at, like I definitely feel like, you know, obviously you're definitely gonna blow up. You're signed to an amazing label. You're doing great things now. And like my thing is like for you, if you were to give like a younger artist advice, you know what I'm saying? Let's say someone is they're on the scene, maybe they got a group of people like you did with Legend Bound, and they're trying to get popping. How do you think it's important for them to grow wide, but still at the same time try to cultivate their own sound?
Record everything. That's like by record I mean just like document everything. Like write everything down, write every dumbass idea down. Record every dumbass moment, record every high moment, every low moment, like record everything. Because you learn from it, and like it's more or less like it's a diary, but at the same time it's like, you know, it's a lookbook, it's a fucking it's you know, it's like it's a playbook. You can look back, it's like it's what's that shit called, film or tape or whatever you call it in sports. Like, you know, you just look back and recap and watch it, and you say, oh, this is how we did that wrong. I look fucking stupid down. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you just watch it and you study it and you learn from everything. You learn from every single mistake. That's what I do. Like I just document, record every single moment, every waking moment, just so I'm like, all right, we should have did that differently. Shouldn't have said that. All right, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm holding the microphone now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like look, like even the smallest shit, but you just record every single thing, because you know you won't even, like, especially if you're growing, scaling, and building your audience, building your team, like you won't even know. You'll look up and you got like that's me. For me, it was no manager, no label, no nothing. Like beginning of 2022, you look up and I got like 12 people working for me. You know what I'm saying? And like you don't even realize it because you just like, you know, you just running, moving with the flow. But like, yeah, you just record everything.
Okay. How'd you you said you went from being evicted, doing your thing, to jump to like that whole world when you just explained, like when was the moment when you digest and you were just like, yo, I'm fucking here now? Like, when did that settle in? Because you said you was going. You probably need to.
Bro, it didn't really even like. It didn't settle in until like. I'm gonna say honestly. I'm gonna say a couple months ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it was what happened was like we left on a radio tour. And when I came back, like for me, you know, I had like the thing going on since like 2018 and shit like that. I've been a thing on the internet for so long, so like it wasn't ever real. It was like one in every 100,000 people know who I am and some shit like that. But like, I came back to Philly. I went to the Jamaica store. I went to this little Jamaican store. I was like, you know, and Philly niggas like, you know, how Philly niggas look at you like they ain't. Like, it's not inviting. So not at all.
It's not inviting at all.
So I'm at this little Jamaican store I always go to and shit, and the niggas just grilling me. So I'm like, nah, I'm grilling the nigga back. Like, fuck you looking at? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm staring at it. I'm with my shorty at the time, and I got a bunch of boxes in my hand because we moving out.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, you know what? This probably ain't the best time for me to be staring at a nigga in his fucking face right now. So I'm like, so I stopped looking. When I look back, he's down on his phone, and it got my face on it. And he looked back at me, and I'm like, fuck this nigga know who I am. I don't know where he about to take this shit. You know what I'm saying? So the nigga go, he look at me like, he said, yo, he said, you Armani White? I said, yeah. He said, oh, all right. Yeah, I fuck with you, bro. Like, you definitely tough. Like, bro, the most aggressive compliment I ever got. Yeah. So like, I'm just thinking, I'm like, whatever. That was an isolated event. Boom. I leave. Late night, I'm on my ice status little one wheel shit, the big ass skateboard with the wheel in the middle. Yeah. I'm like, I be riding, I'm ripping the whole fucking city up and shit. So like, I'm riding downtown with it, and a nigga driving next to me, like fucking, you know what I mean, put his car in front of me. I almost banged into the shit. So like, I jump off, like, what the fuck is you doing? He jump out. He said, big T-shirt, Billie Eilish, nigga. I said, oh shit, like. This is real. I was like, this is real. This is no longer like an internet thing. Like, these niggas know me. They know who I am. They see the bees. They see the scarf, little shit like that. It's like, oh, I'm identifiable now. So like that's when it kind of started to click. Then it was like, it's like little shit that like I always seen it from outside looking in, to other celebrities. Meek walk by, seeing how everybody changed up and shit. Like we was when we did Powerhouse. I was walking through looking for my mom. And it's like a group of girls sitting on the sideline. Yeah. I could hear the whole conversation. One of them go, yo, that's Armani White. Yeah. The other one like, yo, no, that is Armani White. The third one go, hi, Armani. Before I could respond, the fourth one like, damn, why you dicky? And I was like, I said, damn. Like, she couldn't even say hi. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that was when, like, it was these moments where it kind of clicked and settled in. Like, oh, I'm like, if you know me now. Like, you're like, oh no, that's the nigga. Like, who did the, so like those are the moments when it started to like, settle in. But like for me, I still do a lot of shit regular. You know what I'm saying? Like I still, like I do it with a shiesty on now. But like I do it with the shiesty. Yeah, I do it with the shiesty. I got like tuck the bees behind my head and shit. But I do a lot of shit regular just because I don't know. Like it's a piece of me that's still like feeling a little bit of human, because it's like I the way I looked at it was like, yo, at some point if I do everything the way I'm supposed to, I'm never going to be able to do certain things again.
Are you afraid of that?
No, it's like it's kind of what you signed up for. Like it take a little bit of getting used to. Like I came back from we came back from some city, and I linked up with Najee, and we was like, yo, fuck it, let's go to Chick-fil-A. No, not we went to Chipotle. We went to Chipotle in the burbs, like far out, like fucking like King of Prussia or some shit. We went to Chipotle in the burbs, and we out there, the nigga making a bowl just stopped. Like I'm like, we like two people behind him, like he just stopped. And he just staring at me. The motherfucker got, yo, can you? Oh, I'm sorry. But he's still staring at me. Now he's just scooping chicken, staring at me, like just dumping this shit. So when I get up to the register, I'm like, what's up? Can I get? He said, wait, before you order, are you Armani White? I said, yeah, it's me, bro. He said, but what are you doing out here? Getting Chipotle, nigga. You know exactly why I'm here, bro. Like, the fuck is you talking about? Like,
give me my double chicken now.
Yeah, like
the double chicken.
I'm vegan now, bro. You know, but no, I'm fake vegan. But yeah, I'm not afraid of it. It's kind of like what you sign up for. But I know, as like those days approach and get nearer and nearer, I'm just like, I don't know. It's like kind of like playing with fire. I'm like, man, let me see what I can get away with today.
Nah, definitely. And I want to touch on something you mentioned in that process of like adapting. You said like the number, like you said you're popping on TikTok, but like 1 in 1,000 people like actually like knew you were identifiable. Yeah. Like a lot of people that are on outside looking in, they don't understand that about like the music industry or just like the entertainment industry in general. They'll see like, oh, you have 1 million followers, 1 million views, you must be making millions of dollars now. Like, what's the biggest misconception? I guess like artists get or things of that nature.
I don't know, nigga, because I was making millions of dollars. I think that's just like, that's a misconception. That's not even music industry. That's just like industry in general. There's a lot of niggas like, motherfuckers with millions of followers that didn't like what I say. I'm super brand friendly. Like a lot of like the shit that even the shit we was talking about with Ruckus. I don't know how we gonna figure this out, but like the shit we talking about Ruckus. Like it's like a lot of that. I don't even say it. Or I like pieces of me. I'm like, all right, we won't even glorify that, because the amount of brand money that just comes in just off of random shit. Yo, this brand loves you. This brand loves you. That brand woo woo. So like, that's like my playground. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of people just have this misconception because now, like, Instagram every other week will roll out something saying they'll pay you for your reels now. TikTok will pay you for your reels now. It's like I got paid for my TikToks. It's like $400 sitting in there. Like I don't went viral a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so it's not like there's this idea that like once you cap and you build up this volume of followers, this volume of people that like they just supposed to pay you. And I'm like, nigga, I asked them niggas for $1. right now.
Right.
Like, see what happens. Just $1. Like you just tell everybody to follow you, cash at me $1. See how many you get. You might get like 40.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
it's I think that's a real big misconception. But it's like it's not so much a misconception because it's like how do you transform them into consumers, and like not just consumers of content, but consumers of merch, consumers of tickets, consumers of like whatever medium you make money on. Like how do you turn that into sales, transactions? How do you turn that into like actual consumption as opposed to just like like somebody who what I call it is a blast radius. Like just like how do you take the blast radius and turn it into something authentic, real, and organic to you? And that's the challenge that everybody has. But yeah.
Is that when it comes to organic things, is that how Rob Your Ex came about?
I robbed that nigga, bro. Fuck
So I have this theory, and I said this earlier on like the very first few episodes of our podcast. Like I feel like I have this thing where I feel like your ex don't really love you if she don't let you rob her ex-boyfriend. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, and that's a fact, bro. Cause like but you gotta take into consideration whatever grimy shit a girl that you do to her ex, like you want a chopping block. Like when it's your turn, it's your turn. You know what I'm saying? Like your karma coming. Like I mean, I'm scared for my karma for a lot of shit that I did.
But what if you're the karma that she's supposed to receive?
Ooh, I'm a couple bitches karma. Like I did shit dirty. Like, nigga.
You walk in, know you the karma.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I pull up like karma. Nigga, like I smell like karma.
That's me. That's me. Nah, I feel it though. I feel it. Nah, but really though, how'd Rob Your Ex come about? Because that was a very interesting title to see.
Yeah,
going on your EP. Like, okay.
Nah, bro. I mean, it's we made fun out of the situation, but it was a situation where the girl I was dealing with it was her dude was talking dirty about it, and I was like, man, like we can handle this. Like, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like it was one of them things, but like and I was like at the time I had made a song about it because she wouldn't let me do anything else. So yeah,
the song the closest thing I can do.
Yeah, I said, no, that's fair. I said, I'm in this booth, my nigga, but I swear to God,
that's fair.
He said, if we was in the metaverse, I'd get you. Like,
I said, yo, what's your what's your gamer tag, my nigga?
You got snipe him on COD every single time, bro.
Yo, what do you think about all this AI stuff that's popping off?
Bro, I got I'm getting money from, so I'm inclined to say I fuck with it. I think it's dope. I think what's the joint that everybody be writing their essays with and shit like that?
ChatGPT.
Yeah, I wish that shit existed when we was niggas.
100%,
bro.
Especially when you jailbreak it.
What, you could jailbreak it?
Oops. Yeah.
What's the jailbroken side of it?
So when you go into ChatGPT, there's like this system that you put in.
Nerding out.
There's this thing that there's this thing that you put in. You have to give it like this long ass command. I got it saved. So when you put it in.
He said, "I got it saved." He the type of boy that look at you through your own camera on your laptop. That's him.
Right.
No, not at all. Not at all. But yeah, you put it in, and it allows you to do a lot of the stuff that's not supposed to do. So it's like
what?
Like, let's say, for example, you wanted to write a doctor's note. You could make a doctor's note and it could give you like a medical diagnosis, synopsis, X, Y, and Z. Or like if you wanted it to give you legal advice, you could. I mean, obviously now because of whatever's going on with this, it's not like advised to do that, but you could jailbreak it to give you some things that you're not supposed to do.
Getting legal advice from ChatGPT. You going to jail.
You definitely going to jail.
You going to super jail.
You getting a max, they throwing a hammer on you.
Yeah, bro, you going to super jail.
I mean, that's what's about to happen. I mean, you could also use AI to save your life.
I wish a nigga would print out ChatGPT's response and bring that shit to court.
But they got AI lawyers now. You ain't know that?
They do?
Yeah, they have lawyers that have like AI like systems built in to like fight cases.
You will let AI represent you?
I'm a nigga.
Yo, you're tripping.
I'm a nigga.
You're tripping.
I'm a nigga. If I let ChatGPT serve my case, I'm going to jail for life.
Yeah, bro. My whole thing, I was just sitting there. We talked about this yesterday. I'm like, yo, whoop. Imagine you in court and like the lawyer, the other lawyers, like like going against you, shit like that, presenting their side, and they say some random shit, no matter what it is they say, but your lawyer like, ooh. Like how you feeling? How you feeling in that moment?
Bro, you sit next to you?
Yeah. Like the judge is seeing this nigga expression, and they lawyer like, yeah, man, like if he didn't do that, then why would his fingerprints be on there? And your lawyer like,
why end up another trial?
Yeah. Like,
I don't know what I would. I look at this nigga like, what you saying for?
You said like you at a poetry slam. Like, bro, like, come on, bro.
Snapping his finger. He got you, nigga.
He said, nah, that's a good point. He dapped the nigga up.
Talk
He
on
said,
it,
bro.
yeah. Nigga said, speak on it.
Oh, you cooking, bro. You cooking.
Oh, man.
That's crazy. I don't know what I would do. That's nuts, though.
You gotta leave, bro.
You gotta leave.
Yeah, you just gotta grab the
You
handcuffs,
got
put them on yourself.
bailiff, we out, bro.
Yeah.
We out to Rikers
Back
tonight,
to the,
bro.
Yeah, back to the cell, bro. I ain't sitting here for this shit.
I mean, shit. AI about to take over everything. Chipotle. You talking about just Chipotle? They got robots making avocado and chips and shit.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We was at the Dream Hotel the other day, and a fucking robot came on the elevator. Yeah,
Absolutely not.
You remember that shit?
Like walking or like a rolling?
No,
joint?
it was like we on the elevator, door closing, and somebody like hold it, and I'm like, all right, so we hold it and shit, and the little nigga just R2D2 his way on the elevator.
Yo.
The nigga had towels with him. He was holding all the towels and shit. I said, bro, it's no way. No fucking way.
Couldn't be me, bro.
We in end times.
Yeah, that shit.
We
The
are
nigga,
in end times.
they got the other little joint that deliver food and shit.
Yeah, I seen it when I'm in LA. I seen a couple of them on the
that
road.
little nigga get back to. He be out. Yeah,
out, bro. They be moving around.
Yeah.
All they need to do is just figure out just where the central system is at. It's
Cut
over.
all that shit off.
Turn into iRobot real quick.
Oh yeah, bro. I remember my first time seeing a Roomba.
What?
A Roomba. The little vacuum cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that shit scared the shit out. Like I was at my man crib, white boys in LA and shit. You know they got this shit. So
Yeah.
I'm just chilling at his crib, like, oh man, I'm going out to work. Like you need anything? The keys on it. It's like cool. So I just start hearing like the dog barking. So I'm like, the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Like, I come out, this little nigga just getting like moving around the whole crib. Yeah.
Facts.
That shit, yeah, it scared the shit out of me, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't know where we going with that though.
Yeah.
Like, the 5-10 years from now, bro.
I don't do all the mechanic. Like I just got a electric toothbrush. I ain't like the vibrating in my mouth thing. Like that wasn't really.
Hey, yo.
Nah, because
I ain't my speed, bro.
for real. As a man, why would you want a vibrating sensation in your mouth?
Yeah, bro. Like that, I don't even feel like you cleaning my teeth, bro. You just shaking.
you just
like
doing
that,
something, bro.
There you get it tooth by tooth though.
No, it's like seltzer
Nah.
water, bro.
Yeah,
This
like
is like seltzer water.
Yeah, like why do you want a bubbling
I
sensation
can
in your
brush my
mouth?
teeth, bro. I got
True.
hands. I got hands. This whole time I had hands. I ain't. I mean,
Facts.
He said that's the AI is the toothbrush is the first AI. That's funny as hell.
yeah, nah, freak ass toothbrush.
Nah, since we on the topic, since we on the topic,
He
let's
said freak ass toothbrush. Yo.
Yo, since we on the topic, let me ask you a serious question. All right, so as you seen on the news about the writer strike and the actor strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just gotta pay them niggas, bro. I'm about to ask them how much they need. Cause like, bro, it's a lot of shows. And
Nah,
I'm
it's nuts.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to get the new season of The Boys, bro. Like, they
The
tripping.
Boys,
The Boys,
the Bear,
The Bear's solid.
the Bear,
I don't
the Bear is not. They not coming back until
Who the
I
Bear?
thought they just dropped a new season, did they?
Who the
season
fuck's the
2.
Bear?
But
Yeah.
you never watched the Bear?
Who is the Bear?
The Bear, it's a show. So basically, long story short, it's about this kid.
I thought you meant Cocaine Bear.
No. No, it's about this guy. It's about this guy. He's like this world-renowned like chef.
Michelin
So-
star.
Yeah, Michelin star chef. His brother dies, and he owns some ransack like beef shop, like some Italian shop, right in the middle of Chicago. So his brother dies, and he moves back to Chicago to like rebuild the store and help build the store. So long story short, he ends up turning it into his own restaurant. It's all this other stuff that goes into it, like the alliteration of like the restaurant to the family, all that stuff. But it's a really, really good show. Like
Y'all gotta watch The Silo, bro, on Apple TV.
The Silo.
I forgot Apple TV had a.
They got some
Yeah,
shit, bro.
streaming
If you
joint,
like
so-
The Boys, you like the show called The Foundation. There's a lot of different shit on
It's
that,
too
bro.
many for like, bro. I ain't like I'm locked into The Boys. I started that shit when I had time. Like I don't.
You know what happened?
I don't got time to start a whole new joint.
You know what turned me?
He's out of the time.
Nah, you know what turned me off? I had there was an episode. I don't know what it was, but there was this dude. He could like shrink, and like
Oh yeah,
went in
yeah.
somebody's ass or something.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
can explode. He gets big
and it was like, and I'm like,
Yeah, nah.
like my boy was watching. I'm like, yo, what are we watching here? And
Nah,
then he
the boys
shrunk
ain't
into like
gonna
a bag
lie,
of
nah.
cocaine. I'm like,
Nah, but he did that. He did that. That was like season 3 though.
Yeah.
Like you was already locked in at this
Yeah.
point. Like yeah,
I've never
that
watched
turns you
it.
off, nigga. Like oh,
Yeah,
Bro, you get like, I'm like, yo, like you jump into another
he
man's
did
like.
3 straight seasons. I was like, oh no, this I draw the line.
No, but this is my first time seeing it though.
You
This
done
is my
seen
first time.
Nazis. You
Yeah.
done seen like all
You
this
see
shit
people
that you saw.
exploded. You see
Yeah.
people blowing up in the plane.
I
all
never
that.
seen none of that though. That was my very first time watching. I'm like, yo, what am I watching right now? You know what I'm saying? So
You know
like,
what The Boys is about, though, right?
I mean, it's basically like superheroes unhinged, essentially. in
Yeah,
a
like
sense.
corrupt superheroes.
Yeah. But it was the first time you see that, it's like you walk inside a man's asshole or penis hole and you just blow up. Like
I mean,
Yeah.
shit. That's a bad intro to that joint.
Wait, that was the first episode you watched. You saying?
ever, yeah.
Who put you on to that?
Yeah, man, you say your man's made you watch that
Yeah, right,
episode?
yeah.
He was watching a new episode. He was watching,
But that's the episode he told you. He said, "Come on, Moose, come on."
he had to catch up. He was catching up because we were staying for the Juneteenth joint. Like I think
He
like
said
2 years
movie
ago.
night.
He was just watching.
He said movie night.
Hey yo, but I was watching that joint. I'm like, yo, what? I'm like, yo, nigga, what are we watching right now? Like,
Yeah, nah.
he was like, nah, this a bad intro. But I'm like, nigga, you never catch me on this again, bro.
Yeah, nah, he went crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That I mean, it's so many other episodes you could have watched before that, and like the fact
That was the only one because he was catching up, but.
he was catching. Yeah, I don't.
That's a bad. That's all I gotta say. That's a.
Yeah, that's a crazy.
I be looking at my man's like, why you invite me over to watch this joint, bro?
But sorry, since we on the topic, sorry.
What was you about to say? What was you about to say?
Say what you about to say.
Nah, we was at a producer crib. I ain't gonna say the name, but like, it was this nigga had butt naked niggas playing basketball like on his TV behind us. And
Hey yo,
we was just like nigga had to tap me like yo, and then
that's the wildest thing you seen when you like as you coming up.
It's a no.
It's a no. It's a no. It's a no.
We
You gotta go into detail. You good?
Yeah.
But nah, I wanted to get your thoughts on, since all this AI talk is going on and the writer strike is going on. I'm just curious about your thoughts on AI in the music industry. One and
They
two,
be killing that shit. Them niggas
do.
be out, yeah.
But my thing is how you think about it and where you think this conversation is going to go, because it's like at this point, niggas is making AIs and they about to make Instagram influencers out of AIs. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's this I do not remember her fucking name. It was this girl, but she had like her whole brand. This is like 2018 or some. Her name is Lil something, but her whole brand was like, it was like, you know, it's a person sitting right here, but she would make like a cartoon face.
Yeah.
And like that was her whole thing. And then all she made music, but all her music was like, it was her voice just auto-tuned, like auto-tuned the fuck out like on some AI shit. So even back then I was like, yo, that's fire.
Right.
Like she got a fucking robot to just, you know, do everything for her. Like, and I'm over here trying to take after take every goddamn day. Like, so I don't know. Like, I think if you find a way to make that shit easier, like, what ends up happening is just this cycle of like, we want something to be super clean, and once it's all the way clean, we want it to be dirty, and then once it's super dirty, we want it to be clean again. It's like it's a nonstop cycle. What I mean by that is like we want everything to be like, it's like this world of like we need to fix something, and then once you fix everything, like once everything becomes super fucking AI, super computerized, quantized, and robotic and shit like that, then we're gonna be like, but we missed that raw essence. What happened to the swing? What happened to the music? And then we gonna make the shit is just gonna go back to fucking jazz again. Everybody's gonna break everything that's fucking perfect. And then we gonna be like, all right, now it's all broken. We need to build this shit up again and make it a little more polished. It just keeps happening over and over again. So like I think that's more or less what's gonna happen with AI. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think it's just gonna be a part of the cycle now.
Would you ever release a fully AI generated record?
If that shit hot, like if it's ass, hell no. But like,
Yeah, like you put that joint in AI and they crank out some shit. Like, this shit
I was in the gym listening to them SpongeBob disses, the
SpongeBob, yeah,
Mr. Krabs and shit, Mr. Krabs, all that shit. Them niggas be going crazy. Like, yeah, like if that shit hot, that shit hot. Like, ain't nothing you can do with it. Cause I'm talking to the niggas like, yo, how do I do re mi fa so my way into doing this shit like that? Like, so I don't gotta record this shit no more. Like y'all just got my voice. You know what I'm saying? Because that it's like if you figure out a way to make that shit, like, cause what's going to end up happening is like niggas is gonna start doing demos, and then they gonna record all the sonics of their voice, and then AI just gonna compute the fucking perfect take. Man, yeah, that's how I see that shit playing out.
Nah, that's a take.
Y'all fuck with AI shit? Or y'all like?
I fuck with it personally. I fuck with the AI shit. He said, nah, I fuck with it. I think you just gotta use it the right way. I think there's positives and negatives to it at the end of the day. But I feel like you said, the way you explained it, if you could like lower the workload on yourself, why not do that? You feel me? Not necessarily. I don't know how I feel about like artists dropping fully AI generated songs unless they're like hits. But I like you said, I like the authenticity, the essence, the energy that goes into like the actual artist making the music. You feel me? When we're talking about the music perspective. But if it helps your creative process and helps you get work done, and I can get, and say you my favorite artist, whatever it is, and I want to hear more music from you, use that joint, bro. I need more music from you.
I mean, I look at it from a different perspective. Go ahead. Because it's like at that same time, it's like, look at all the work that you put in. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's like now, because of where AI is, all it really does now is kind of just pulling stuff and just throwing stuff together that kind of sounds right or that's kind of cool. And it's like, at that point, it's like, now imagine you and the stuff that you put in and where you've built yourself up to. Now imagine you have some computer just pulling stuff like, oh, okay, I kind of like I kind of like Casablanca freestyle. I kind of like Billie Eilish. Let me kind of like mix this together and then just kind of make this and then throw in some lyrics that kind of sound like you, but they not like you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of, I don't
think it goes like that, but
I mean,
but even to that point, I don't have like the hazing mentality that's like, yo, if I went through something, that means you got to go through it too.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when niggas be like, yo, if I, like before I opened this door, I had to learn this, and this, and then you got to learn this. This like, if you find a way to do what I did quicker,
that's fair.
More power to you. You know what I'm saying?
agree with that too.
I wish I would have found that fucking way. I mean, that's because there's a lot of it's that shit is just trickled down to somebody that's going to be jealous of the fact that I figured out a way to do what I did. And it's going to be fair, before that it was somebody jealous of the nigga before me. So it's I don't know. Like I think it's just. It's another tool to be successful if you find a avenue to use it and become successful with it, like the nigga who doing the Krabby Patty shit. But I don't think that like just because it exists now, I don't think that everybody's going to benefit from it.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? Same way TikTok exists and not everybody benefited. SoundCloud existed, not everybody. Instagram existed, not everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I think all these like tools are in the world for somebody to be successful. Doesn't mean that somebody's going to be successful at it.
True.
How hard is it for you to like keep up with all that stuff? You don't really try to keep up with it. You use what helps you at the end of the day.
Like social media shit.
Like whether it's like social media, like all the new like trends that like the apps are doing, like whether it's like the AI or like TikTok just announced they're adding like streaming services to their platform, like staying up with.
They did.
Yeah.
See, I don't keep up with it.
Yeah, that's my question right there. Yeah.
I think everybody's doing some shit at this point. Like everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody's competing. Like, the fucking Instagram just dropped threads, shit like that. Like, it's really just like you find out where your audience is and you feed that audience, you nurture that audience, and then everywhere else you also do things to make sure it's still current. But like you can have a full blown career on fucking Discord and Twitch and never touch Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you look at like a fucking Speed. Like Speed is probably like one picture up, and then everything else is just on Twitch or it's on fucking Kick or same thing with Kai. Like you look at or you look at I don't know, like you look at like a lot of these like a lot of my homies that are like TikTok influencers like don't have anything up on their Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Or might have millions of followers on Instagram and got like 20,000 millions of followers on TikTok with 20,000 on Instagram, or millions of followers on Twitter and 1,000 on Instagram, or millions of followers on Instagram and like fucking 300 followers on Twitter. Like it's really like you find where those people are really paying attention to you at and really serving you at, and you serve them. It's like the more you try and do every which one, you just burn yourself out and
So my question is. Yeah, I think that's like you right in terms of like finding your audience. But what I'm starting to realize is like you can correct me if I'm wrong because you're in the industry. Like
no, for sure.
I feel like we're moving into the industry. Like part of the issue that I feel like hip hop and just music is going to now is that there's not a lot of high quality product that's being made, right?
Right.
But I think that the issue that a lot of people are doing now is like they're running into an issue where you don't really need to have a high quality product if you perform in a spectacle on the internet. So it's like a lot of people now, in my opinion, they're kind of using content to push stuff that's mediocre versus they have high quality products and you just so happen to make content. You know what I'm saying? So like for someone like you who makes high quality content, you know what I'm saying, and also makes high quality videos, things of that nature, which I want to talk about later. It's hilarious. But it's like, what is your opinion on people that make mediocre product or mediocre music and then just trying to make high quality content to push that?
Bro, we in the content wars though. That's like,
it's true.
That's the thing. I like that. If it was anything that the pandemic started, it was the content wars. It was the content war. That was exactly like the moment the pandemic happened. That was when the content wars was created. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so at that point, you're not competing with. I'm not competing with Drake. I'm not competing with Lupe Fiasco. I'm not competing with you know what I'm saying? Like any of these artists, I'm not competing with them any more than I'm competing with Charlie D'Amelio. Then I'm competing with a nigga that can sing on TikTok. I'm competing with a nigga that like a blow a balloon and put a quarter in it. I don't fucking know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that they doing, like I'm competing with them just as much as I'm competing with the artist, because if you look at it, we're really at the end of the day, as consumers, all they're doing is just consuming content. Facts. You know what I'm saying? The same way, if somebody gets a viral tweet, that's the same. That is the same volume and magnitude of somebody getting a viral video. It's just the same magnitude as somebody getting a viral song, or like a song that blows up, which is the same magnitude as somebody having a TV show that's popping, which is the same. Like, all of these things are just different mediums of us consuming content at this point. So it's kind of like you have to, you know, whether your quality is mediocre or good or whatever it is, like you kind of have to play that game. And if you aren't playing that game, you stuck, you lost. Like, and I mean, like, you know, that just becomes like a conversation of like the quality thing just becomes a conversation of like commitment and input and shit like that. Like, cause you know, some people just don't know how to make good music or make good, you know, whatever it is.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Like, they making whatever they probably think that shit fire. And like and the content, if the content be there, it's a couple niggas I know I'm cool with them and like that shit be kind of ass, but like the idea, I'm like, damn, nah, he knows what he's doing. Yeah, he knocked that shit out the park. Like, that's a fact.
So you basically just think that everything's kind of like a package deal now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're packaging the music with the content.
That's what
I think it. Well, so to your point of package, I don't think everything is a package deal, but I think the presentation is more important than the gift today. Like, when you're gifting someone music, when you're gifting somebody television or whatever the fuck it is, like the presentation, the rollout, the fucking the video that I seen that captivated me, the whatever it is that grabbed me to it, the music is almost just a soundtrack. The music is the soundtrack to how I remember this, because I'm gonna, you know, like a lot of people know Billie Eilish. They're like, yo, it was this one song when Billie, like when it first started popping, it was this fucking video that one of her fans made where it was like somebody, like it was a Billie Eilish video where she like popped out of the fucking floor on tour, and then like it was like t-shirt Billie, pow, and she jumped out and shit like that. Now everybody is relating that video to that song, like, yo, that song that was attached to this, then it's the cartwheel, then it's the fucking, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, when it's a lot of these, you know, these moments that are just like, the music is just a soundtrack to how we remember these moments, and that's like where you really lock in and learn the music in the meantime, you know what I'm saying? So it's about the presentation, I think. It's about the package.
What goes into like the presentation part? I know you said like the rollout and stuff. Like, does you and your team, like you talking about like the Billie Eilish thing or like other records that you have, do you guys go on like, all right, we're gonna make this content, this kind of roll it out this way and hopefully it hits, or like how does it?
Nah, I plan it all the way out, just rollouts. Like I'm like super fucking meticulous, mad scientist about everything I fucking do. Like, everything I want to do, I want it to be intentional. Because like with Billie Eilish, like when we did the song at the studio, I played this shit for a nigga at Dark Room. That's Billie's label. I played this shit for a nigga at Dark Room, and I was like, yo, you gotta check this song out. I made a song called Billie Eilish. They thought like, oh, it's a little joke, whatever. But I was like, no, the shit hard. Niggas ain't even listen to it. Right. Cool, whatever. But I'm in my room just playing this shit back to back. Like, bro, I got what? I don't know what the fuck y'all niggas is talking about. So I was like, yeah, I wonder what it would look like if I were to ever drop this song. I don't know how to clear a sample. I don't know how to do none of this shit, but I wonder if ever. So I just wrote down a whole list of tweets. I wrote down a whole list of TikTok ideas. I wrote down a whole list of like a marketing pitch, like how I would put it on this page, how I would put it on this page, how I would put it on this blog, how I would have them talk about it, how I would have this curator say what they would say about it. I wrote the whole thing out. And then it started where I was like, I'm gonna just drop this video of me just in the fucking studio, hype as hell to the song. And I did that, and that shit flew. And I was like, oh, the rest is easy. You know what I mean? Because at that point, all we had to do was just stick to the script. We just had to see, you know, we studied the pages, and we just had to just make sure we did everything that was on the list and the agenda. And I broke it down like, yo, TikTok a day, this TikTok, this TikTok, this TikTok. And this is what's going to keep it consistent, current, and like make the shit keep moving. Boom. And, you know, and I'm that way with everything, you know, and that's probably, again, like to your point, like I like Road to Casablanca, but I didn't get a chance to do that. Didn't get a chance to sit down and roll it out and have everyone be excited about it, have everyone feel like they're involved, engaged, and a part of the moment. So, you know, like for me, that's the way we do everything. Even with Goated, like, you know, with Goated, I was like, all right, yo, we gonna announce this day. We had a little tiff in the background about like the release dates and shit like that. So once I got it moved, I said, fuck it, just keep the day out there. I'm gonna have Floyd say that the day got moved, and then we gonna do this, and we gonna build it up that way. Then we gonna do the Who's That Pokemon to announce Denzel, and then we gonna do the But like all this shit was just like me just in the background being meticulous, planning, thinking it out. Goated just got put on fucking Fortnite, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I peeped it. Yeah, everything like, dang, this nigga
on.
Like yeah. So it's like, but
My shoulders
we
a little stiff though.
right. Now you getting it. But we, like I planned everything out. So like now with Casablanca, with these ideas, with like just building out the roadmap to what this magnum opus is, or this fucking album one, is like I want to make sure I'm it's like I focus so much on the music, but at the same time it's like I want the music to be great. I'm almost at the point now where I'm like, I know I'm not gonna put out no bullshit.
Right.
Like I know before anybody else, I'm gonna call myself out and be like, all right, bro, like get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but right now it's like, all right, I know that. Now, how do we make people care though? Fuck, how do we make them hear? How do we make them care?
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? And that's the more important thing, because it's like I don't want to build something that you heard about. I want to build something that you listen to, something that was popular in the clubs. I want to build an army. I want to build a fucking frat. I want to build a cult. I want to build something that like, yo, these kids feel like they can believe in it, because that's what, like for me, I'm like, yo, I'm, like I had to have a conversation with the label where I'm like, I think y'all think that I'm one of the hood niggas because I'm from the hood. Like, I'm a weird fucking kid. And I want to be the mascot for the weird kids. When I win, I want the weird niggas to be like, damn, we got one. Like, we won. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got enough fucking niggas from the hood that's saying that they, with big ass Cuban links and all that shit. None of that. I ain't doing none of that shit. I want to win for the weird niggas, because I want to win for the kids that's like, yo, I'm from here. You know what I'm saying? I might even got in a little bit of trouble, but like, I got a real fucking goofy side. My favorite food is applesauce, and I dip my pretzels in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like, I know. But listen, hear me out. I'm working. That's
not weird. That's not weird.
But like, I wanna make sure that like that's who I'm, championing, and that's who I'm standing for. That's who I'm like, on the side of, and whether that be like, like in those melancholy moments where it's not as, the music isn't as bright, and the music is like more so on the, I even say depressing, but like, more so on it, like speaking on depression, or speaking on like just like the darker energy that like, that I might carry or might have those emotions. Like, I want these people to connect and feel like, yo, we have somebody that's fighting for us. You know what I'm saying? So like, but I'm intentional about all of these things.
Definitely.
Intentional about all these things. Even like, this past month, we had the plan was to drop Road to Casablanca, and they was gonna throw me on tour. I said, stop. I said, stop. I said, we need a moment for me to regroup, because I have not had that since we started.
Right.
I've not had one moment to just sit down, look around me, and say, what the fuck is going on?
Exactly.
And, and so like from May, I guess like end of May to June and July, like I really just got to sit down and say like, okay, this is what's happening. This is what we need to get to where we want to go. And this is where, this is where we are, or where I don't want to be at. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just important though.
With that being said, too, you talked about like building that army, that cult, and things of that nature. Like, what's the teller of all that you have? That is it this when you go on tour, seeing like the date sold out? Like, what is the tell all that you like? All right, I got this army behind me, like I've been building, as opposed to like I just got people that like my content, it's not gonna buy.
I think it is it's the tour, it's the like it's the moments when you, and like we have a small version of it now, but it's the moments when you don't have to you don't have to just run out and speak on your behalf every moment. Somebody else is going to do it for you. Somebody else is going to whatever it is, like somebody's going to stand on in your corner and stand on your square for you, shit like that. So I think it's that. It's a big portion of like what you just said, like just running out, being able to sell tickets with nothing, being able to sell like all that shit. Like I think those are the things that really like stand up and say like, oh no, we got people that's championing, trophying, and what we got going on.
Definitely.
So, you remember our Future early shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
our Future's early
had us in church with inverted crosses on it. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
How many more minutes we got with you?
We have to wrap it up soon.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you want to just?
Yeah, let's just.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. So I got some quick things for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I need this. I gotta ask you this scenario.
Yeah.
Because I'm stumped. All right. You with your side piece.
Yeah.
All right. You trying to go to a spot. You trying to be on your romantic-ish. You taking her to Magic Gardens, or you taking her to Harbor Park?
I don't know what the fuck Magic Gardens or Harbor.
That little joint with the little glass drawn.
What?
You never been to Magic Gardens?
It's out here?
Yeah.
What the fuck is Magic Gardens?
The little place with the glass and the mirrors and joint.
He don't know what you talking about, bro.
You've never been to. I'm not bugging, right?
I ain't never do that.
I'm not bugging.
Nah, bro, you don't know what you're
You on
talking
some
about.
cute shit,
you on
bro.
some
Like,
cute shit. Like, you don't know what that is, bro.
All right, next is It's People's
I know.
Geno's.
What's Harbor Park? Harbor Park is
The joint outside.
Penn's Landing.
Yeah,
right?
near the ship joint.
Yeah, bro, call it Penn's Landing, bro.
But there's another part. I call it Harbor Park.
This
guy.
guy. What's up with him, bro?
I don't know, man. That's
that's what I call
That's
it.
Julian, man.
Harbor Park.
Ask your next question.
Yeah, I'm
All right,
taking
nah.
the Harbor Park because I don't know what that other shit was you talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna show it to
Magic
you now.
Mountain. What was it?
Nah, Magic Gardens.
Magic Garden.
Whatever that was
yeah,
called.
yeah.
That glass shit. Whatever. Anyways, last
You said Iskabib was a what?
Geno's.
Iskabib was for sure.
Bill was for sure. That's it.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
It's
Bib. Yeah, man.
Best pizza spot in Philly.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Best
Beyonce or Rihanna. That's a real question.
Damn. That's a tough one. I fuck with both. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. Like it's I got a lot of Rihanna songs I really, really like, and I got like Beyonce songs that I like, and my favorites. Like not just like my favorite Beyonce songs, just like my favorite songs in general. Like there's like Love on Top, one of my favorite songs. Like just in general, it's one of my favorite records. It's a couple Beyonce records just like that. Yeah.
Definitely. But that's all I got for you, bro. That's all I got for you. Before we wrap it up, bro, tell us what we can expect from you next, where people can follow you, where we can find you at, tap into everything you got going on, man.
It's Armani White, aka Armani Blanco on all things social media. Yeah, man, I got a flight in a couple hours for Rolling Loud. We about to head out to Rolling Loud. We'll be doing some shit with BBC out there. Pause. But I knew you was about to do that shit. I knew you about to do this shit.
Adam 22, say no.
Yeah, yo. Casablanca is on the way, and we dropping some more new music on the way as well.
Sounds good, man. That's all I got for episode 123 of the Face of the Future podcast. It's your boy Myles.
It's your boy Moose.
Peace.
You got that
Oh my God. Oh my God. Is that the Faces of the Future?